I react to video game music as a musician myself, although this time I'm doing a live stream, though you can't see them, they're here. And I've been checking out the whole soundtrack of like the Jukebox from FF7 Remake, which is severely underrated in my opinion. But one of the requests that I got was for the Cosmo Canyon version. And I have to admit, I've been like listening to all these. I'm in the midst of listening to all these, and they're pretty damn good, especially the Under the Rotting Pizza one. But I have to go now check out the Cosmo Canyon. And I know we're all hyped for Rebirth. But speaking of Rebirth, for those that don't know, just to catch you up really quick, I will not be streaming it, but I will be doing like a Let's Play right there on Jesse's VODs. Yeah, so there won't be a live stream for it, but I will still record like everything from beginning to end. This is requested by Gabe on Patreon. Thank you. Let's check out... Oh, and this is from the channel Boone Syndication. Cosmo Canyon, one of my favorite themes from FF7. But the Jukebox version. Hopefully I don't forget anything. Let's go. I'm always surprised the direction these songs go. John Mayer version. Da, 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 da. Jazzy blues. Saxophone. There's been so much saxophone today, I'm like losing my mind. You know what? I'll show my chat. I want to see how you guys are enjoying it with me. Look, everybody's jamming. See, look. This is the John Mayer version. Shout out to all these people right here. I'm actually kind of like upset I didn't hear these during my playthrough in 2022. God. This is like the fourth time today. I just imagine Red 13 like jamming, you know? Just imagine him like... Ooh. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. He's just like get progressively better and better. Just so you guys know in the chat, there's like probably a good like thousands of people that are gonna see you, so no pressure. I love how everything sounds like a live jam band. Ooh. So much saxophone. Ooh, the ending, slow down. With the live ending, yeah. Damn. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit, obviously, because it's what I do. But this is going to be kind of different, right? Like, obviously, yeah, clap, 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 everybody. Usually, like, 90% of the channel or more, it's me checking it out blind, reaction, obviously. I'm well aware of the song. When I first heard the original FF7 version, which I'll probably like put in some card up here, it was one of my favorite reactions because I just was like, oh my god, what is this? And I couldn't wait to hear it like in game when I got to Cosmo Canyon. I also really like Rip 13 and his whole story, so really cool. But so obviously I know of the song. It's just I haven't heard this like rendition of it. But I will say that I can kind of somewhat say this about most of this like album, I guess. Not just this song. Is like there's like a staggering amount of like style and finesse all over it that I just wasn't expecting, because in the game it's I actually just found out this when I was before the stream started. I was trying to hear it in the jukebox, but there's like background noise everywhere and it's like kind of filtered. You don't really get to like experience it like by itself, which is kind of a shame. Hopefully that's like a quality of life thing that they change in Rebirth. But I feel like these are kind of underrated. Like, how often do we get to hear these songs, So I'm like I said, I'm currently making my way through. I'm like on 22 of, I don't know, like 30 something. And I've heard some of the coolest stuff ever, right? I've heard like Under the Rotting Pizza, which was incredible. I heard Fight On. There was On Our Way. On Our Way almost made me cry, the calm theme, because it has this like saxophone, jazzy piano thing. But when I talk about this song in this video, I'm kind of talking about the whole like this album, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure someone will tell me. But apparently some of it's on Spotify. And I don't know. I thought it was kind of... At first I kind of freaked out because I looked at my request list and I was like, oh no, I missed one. Because I usually listen to all the songs from a game before I play it. But this one was requested like after I played. So I was like, okay. So I was like, oh, how am I going to like squeeze it in here? But at the moment of me recording and uploading this is like a day or two before Rebirth. So I was like, this is probably the best time now. And right now Rebirth is in the air. Everyone can feel it. Everyone's excited for it. I'm probably going to ignore all of your comments because some people cannot control themselves. So I'll see you in like 3 months. But I don't know. It's just what I could say about it though. Like I said, since I already know the song, I will say that this game was sort of like my reintroduction to RPGs. The only thing that I played RPG-wise before this was Legend of Dragoon on a PS1 demo disc when I was like, I don't know, 10 or something. But I hadn't like touched an RPG until Remake, and it kind of like restarted my streaming quote-unquote career. But I loved the game. I beat it like 3 times, twice normal, once hard. I love the whole aesthetic, the slowdown of time, the battle mechanics. Like, it's such a really, honestly, truly beautiful game to me. And I know it's kind of like split, some people are OG only and whatever, but it's really nice to be on because of you guys, that introduced me to it. I can now be excited for a new game that's coming out where I'm excited to just see what they do with it. We get to see these characters and do new things with them and hear new songs. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to react to like Rebirth songs because I'm gonna be playing it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just this video is gonna be more about like my my memories with Remake and FF7, which I also beat the original too. So we've come a long way, but there's still a third one coming out whenever that is on the PS6 or whatever, or the Xbox 1080. As far as the song, all I could really say was, you know, the whole jazzy thing totally works because I should have mentioned this earlier, but I've said this multiple times, but like Nobuo Matsu's work is so good that it can pretty much apply to any genre, any arrangement, because he was so, and still is, very melody focused, where all you have to do is take that melody and then just apply it to any little thing, and it works. It's pretty universal. So he went from someone I had no idea who he was to one of my favorite composers, and hopefully I get to meet him one day. But this kind of music and any like cover you see on YouTube even, they're all cool because of his writing ability. Anyways, that is it. Thank you to Gabe, and I will see you guys in Rebirth. And I don't know what else to say. FF7 is cool. Can't wait to meet Sid again, my favorite character. Thank you to my live chat who's here, who is awkwardly waiting for me to end this video. Thank you to my Patreon members, my Platinum members. Couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. I will see you here on Jesse's VODs for the playthrough, and here. So, peace. Take it easy, everyone.